Я смотрю телевизор. Я посмотрела телевизор. Hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Anastasia, and as promised in today's episode, we're going to be digging deeper. We're going to be looking at the form of the aspect in both English and Russian. So whether or not it's morphologically marked or not marked, what should we Russian learners / English learners be looking out for, and we want to identify, right, the aspect. We are going to start off with the question, what is the aspect for, so the function. Then we're going to be focusing on the form and the three ways how we can form the aspect as a grammatical category in Russian and what it looks like in English. I think I've already given some information away by saying that we've got three methods in Russian, but right, I'd say let's get started straight away. First of all, what do we have the aspect for? And to answer this question, I do have this wonderful overview of the English tenses. Well, technically speaking, there are 12 tenses in English. Can you see them? I know I said last time there are 2 tenses based on this morphological criterion amongst linguists who say that the tense as a category has to be inflectional. Okay, so because we say I walk, he walks. Okay, so we've got this inflectional morpheme, the third person as marker. Then in the past tense we've got this ed marker, right? And what happens in the future tense? It is analytically composed, so we've got I will walk, he will walk, right? So no morphological marking whatsoever. But to make the lives of the numerous students across the globe a little bit easier, some people come up with these tables, and we've got 3 tenses, okay, and 4 aspects. Combined, you come to the number 12, okay? So we do have present tense, past tense, and according to this table, future tense. And then in terms of the aspects, we've got simple, right? We've got progressive, we've got perfective, and we've got perfect progressive, right? In Russian, we do not have this luxury. We just have 3 tenses. But the Russian people also want to be flexible, also want to be specific and exact when they're talking about a time reference, not specifically on the spot, but you know, around an action, what the person was doing, and so on and so forth. And so there are these aspectual pairs. Each aspectual pair, 2 verbs, they denote the same thing. So they're semantically identical apart from their morphological aspect. Okay, let's take a look. Last time we were talking about делать, сделать, and I guys said when I was making my coffee, я делаю кофе, which would translate in English into I am making myself some coffee, right? And at the moment I was finished making myself a coffee, I said, я сделала кофе, right? So I've made myself some coffee, right? So you've got this completion. And why? Well, because we've got here SV, perfective, совершенный вид. And how do I know? Well, and here comes the first method, how the aspect is formed in Russian by means of prefixation. Look guys, we've got делать, сделать, okay? So prefix S denotes that the action is complete. Сделала кофе. Make myself some coffee. What does it look like in English? Well, the progressive aspect, so я делаю кофе, I'm making some coffee. You'd have the ing ending, alright? And for the сделала, so I've made myself some coffee, I've already said it's the ed ending or past participle for irregular forms, like for example, written, okay, написала, which is not on the board, but FYI, you get the idea. Right, today I want to introduce another aspect of pair to you guys, which is to watch, смотреть, and to watch, смотреть, because both translate into English as to watch. Right, let me show you. Я смотрю телевизор. Я посмотрела телевизор. I'm free. Okay, as you probably can tell, again, we've got a prefix here, which is по, in the case of посмотреть, yeah? And this denotes that I have finished watching television, okay? Я посмотрела телевизор, okay? Я смотрю телевизор, okay? So the action is in progress. I am involved in this action right now. Я посмотрела. All right, I'm available. I've finished watching telly. Here I go, right? Good. So far, so good. Let's take a look at the second method, how we can form the aspect in Russian by means of suffixation. So this 2.2, okay, suffixation. And as an example, I have written up on the board решать, to solve, and решить, to solve. I told you that you know pretty much the same thing. Right, so let me give you an example. Я решаю задачу. 2 times 2 equals 4, right? I am solving a task. 2 times 2 equals 4. Я решила задачу. I have solved the task. That was really hard. Okay, so what happens here? We've got the suffix "a" in the case of решать and the suffix "и" in the case of решить. Okay, so I think one example is more than enough for the purpose of today's video. Alright, and then the third method, how aspect is formed in Russian, is what is called by means of suppletion. Point 3, suppletion. Suppletion, I know it might not ring similar, but this phenomenon is present in English. Let me give you an example, or a couple of examples, taken out of this book again. So, from Latin supplere, substitute, fill up or complete. For example, you do have this adjective good, okay? And it's mind-blowing to so many students why it is better as the comparative form and best as the superlative form. The same happens to bad, worse, worst, right? And then one of the most extreme examples is go, went, gone, be, was, been. And so this is called suppletion. So you've got one morpheme and two etymologically unrelated allomorphs. They don't bear any resemblance to the root or the base of the word, right? This is the case with брать, взять. Let me give you an example. I am leaving for work and then I'm checking my bag and then I'm thinking out loud. I'm saying Я беру с собой маркер. I'm taking a marker. And then before I leave, my husband checks up on me and says, Ты взяла маркер? Have you taken a marker? Okay, so брать, взять, they've got nothing in common etymologically, if you don't know that they denote pretty much the same thing. But брать is несовершенный вид, imperfective, and взять is совершенный вид, perfective, right? Then you are pretty much lost. Okay, and so I think especially when it comes to suppletion forms, we do have to memorize them, because how would we know, right? All right, guys, I hope it's been insightful. I hope it's been helpful. If you have any video requests, if there is anything you'd like me to make a video about, please leave me a comment in the comments down below, and also just say hi. I'd love to hear back from you. Get in touch, and I wish you all well. I wish you joy. I wish you health, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.